42 days ago, I decided I wanted to take a green bath. So I soaked some chia in water, waited for it to double in size, and suddenly, my plan was set and I was all in. I walked over to my bathroom and started spreading my mixture all around the edges of my bathtub. The first few smears were chaotic, not gonna lie, and I knew this was gonna take a while. But I knew that taking a bubble bath fit for a green queen was gonna make it all worth it. Plus, I was confident that once it grew, it would peel off easily, like a carpet. And then maybe I could plant the entire carpet to grow my own chia seeds by the end of the summer. Slowly but surely, my bathroom started to sparkle with chia, and as I spread out my first even layer of chia, I thought to myself, this bathroom won't be the perfect giant chia pet without covering the toilet and the sink too. And that led me to thinking about what else I could grow chia seeds on in this room. Clearly, this was just a blank canvas for the ultimate art project. But I tried not to get ahead of myself. I first had to see if this would work before adding more chia bathroom elements into the mix. So I decided I would finish the bathtub and not give COVID lockdown insanity, if you know what I mean. So I continued slathering the seeds onto the tub. It was messy, that's for sure, and I had to go back and spread it out perfectly. But finally, an hour had passed and I started to see some good progress. And when it started to look a little something like this, I began to get excited. Not too excited though, because there was a little line on the bathtub that I couldn't miss out on. So I added some chia there too, it's the details that matter. And then my work of art was complete. So I got the time lapse rolling, and for the next 2 days, it took some determination to religiously spray it 3 times a day. But I did it, and that's when it dawned on me. What would a green bath really be without a green washing station? Maybe the toilet is a bit too much, that I agree, but listen, what's wrong with the sink? Nothing. And it was in that moment that I went against all odds in my head and I knew exactly what I had to do. I made another chia mixture before it was too late and the tub grew too quickly, waited for it to double in size, and once it jiggly puffed, I got down to chia business. I had a vision and I was about to bring it to life. I was channeling my inner Shrek and Fiona. I started spreading my mixture onto the sink, getting a nice even layer going so that it would grow evenly, and after about an hour, a long hour, my sink looked a little something like this. And the only thing that I was thinking about was how great this was gonna look and how I was about to have the ultimate spa day. And boy, was it looking amazing. But then, out of the corner of my eye, I noticed the toilet looking all sad and bare. And then one thing led to another and I realized that something was missing. It was around the faucet where I paused and thought, should I keep going? But I told myself, focus, let it speak. And that's when it hit me. I battled with myself. Don't do it, do it. Oh, heck, I had to do it. We technically couldn't reach peak spa relaxation mode without covering the toilet and chia too. But then I realized I wouldn't be able to use the bathroom to pee or number 2 for a whole week, and I would constantly have to remember to wipe all the chia seeds off of my behind, so I decided against it. Just kidding, luckily I have a second bathroom, so there was nothing stopping me here. So now I had the bathtub, the sink, and the toilet was next. You already know I'm doing the toilet, okay? So to complete my vision, well, to elevate it and absolutely bring it to life, and I mean into something really living and breathing, if you know what I mean, I marched over to the toilet like I was about to frost a green cake, and soon I turned my toilet into a chia pet too. And it's the toilet that would unleash this bathroom's full potential and unify every element. And soon, I thought my bathroom oasis was finally complete. And suddenly I found myself missing it morning, noon, and night for the next 7 days. I wasn't sure what was really gonna happen, but all I had to do now was wait for it to grow. And let me tell you, those days went by quite slowly, but it actually did start to grow, and I've gotta admit, after a few days passed, I still felt like something was missing. And remember when I told you that I was channeling my inner Shrek and Fiona? Well, I ran to my 3D printer because I decided that I couldn't enter the green bath and wash at the green washing station and pee at the green peeing station without these. And if you're at all unfamiliar with what these are, they're Shrek ears. I got my new mixture ready, covered the ears with paper towel, and started spreading the chia seeds all around and waited a week for these to grow. But when it just looked like this, I didn't really know what happened. I needed to do it all over again, and let me tell you, this time I was gonna do it right. The seeds kept sliding off, but somehow, by the grace of the chia gods, we got one even layer to stick, and I put them in the corner to start growing. And as crazy as this was, or as I was becoming, I realized that once it's all ready, I won't be able to enter the bathroom without these fake chia nails. So one last time, I must have blacked out, I swear. I soaked my chia seeds in water, and once I had a little potion over here, I covered the nails just until it looked something like this. Had to give it a lot of precision. The nails and the Shrek ears lived together for a while under my grow lights, and I sprayed them 3 times a day until they started to grow, and I was really hoping that they would be ready by the time the bathroom was ready so we could slay all day in chia. It's all about timing, if you know what I mean, and everything was going so right. Until one of the days. I entered the bathroom as the oasis was growing to this. We had a problem with the toilet. Don't worry, I don't really use this toilet much since I have a second one, and I made sure to clean it well before, but I had to remove all the chia and try to scrummage whatever I could so that it could grow properly. And you know what? I was happy that this was the only mishap in the process, next to the Shrek ears not growing at first. So I was fine with it, okay? It's all part of the trial and error process, you know? Anywho, we got the toilet back in working order and everything was set to continue growing, and a few days later, this is what our bathroom grew into, this is what our Shrek headband looked like, and this is what our chia nails looked like. Everything seemed to be growing simultaneously and ready at the same time, and soon, all I needed to do was maybe wait one more day in order to enter the bathroom. So I started removing the Shrek ears from the plate, really hoping that the chia seeds wouldn't fall off entirely when I started taking this thing apart, but you know what? It worked out because this is what we were working with. Obviously, I had to put it on to show you guys and give you a little glimpse of what I was gonna look like walking into this bathroom. And I started removing the nails from their little home and putting them on my hands too. And boy, let me tell you, I never felt better in my life. Highly recommend everyone to cover their bathroom in chia seeds and grow Shrek ears and fake nails with chia. It's really a divine experience. Probably the best thing I've ever done, and I'm not sure why I never thought of this before, but I continued to watch it all slowly come to life, and when it finally looked fully green, I knew it was time to see if the bathroom was ready to enter, because my bathroom was now an entire ecosystem just waiting to be bathed in. The blank canvas became painted with green, and suddenly my plan came to life, and it was exactly what I had imagined it would be in my head, which doesn't happen as often as I'd like, so I was a happy green camper. And so I put the ears on, I stuck the nails on, and I got ready. For in this moment, it was my time to shine. Finally, I entered the bathroom exactly how I had imagined, and now it's safe to say that I am the proud owner of the world's first fully functioning chia spa, Shrek crown, chia claws, and all. It was amazing to know magical transformations can happen in 7 days, because it was finally time for me to take my green bath. Some privacy, please.
This is how I pee.
But as I basked in the frosted green chia spa, my mind started to do that thing that it does when you're in the shower and you think of your best ideas, you know? I thought to myself, well, it took 2 weeks to fully grow my masterpiece, and now it's all just gonna be over? Heck no. So after my bath, I removed all the chia from the bathroom since it grew like a carpet and it was really easy to peel right off, and it was even easier to clean, and soon my bathroom was restored to the boring old normal toilet, sink, and tub, but I was left with this entire bag of chia, which is where my great bath shower idea came into play. And I thought, I can't just throw all of this perfectly good chia out. I gotta eat it. Just kidding. But I thought to myself, I can't just throw this bag of chia out, and my summer garden is currently getting ready to fruit from my labor. So what if I plant the bathroom chia and continue the life cycle to try and grow my own actual chia seeds? Plus, chia seeds are expensive, so planting them to see if I could grow chia seeds myself was the perfect idea. But by accident, I left the bag outside for a little too long, so when I went to open it, I noticed white furries everywhere. But that's okay, because I still dropped a huge wad of chia into a big pot, covered it up with lots of soil, and placed it with the other plants growing on my balcony garden. And now, in 12 weeks, we should grow purple flowers from this plant, and in those flowers will hold the seeds. And then we can take those seeds and do something insane. So what all started with a vision finally came to life, and now we know what beautiful things you can accomplish in under a week. And now I'm starting to look at my car and think, giant mobile chia pet? Nah.